and welcome back to What Do You Believe?
Yo, yo, yo.
You gotta put the microphone in your face.
Oh, yeah. That's how it works. It's been so long. Yo, 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 yo.
And he's back, everybody. David Glick is back.
Just a heads up, I can't hear myself.
David Glick. There you go. I think you just... How's that?
Still can't.
I can hear you better.
Maybe a little bit. Can you? Okay. Well, that's all that really matters. Now I can.
Can you hear you now?
Yeah, now I can. Okay.
All right. So our first topic today is a surprise topic that David brought along. Here we go.
Top paid DJs. How much do you think DJs make in the world? It's a crazy amount.
Oh, that dude that Taylor Swift was dating, was he a DJ? I think I looked it up. He was like $20 million or something like that.
It's insane. Yeah. Number one is this dude named Calvin Harris.
That's him.
No idea who he is. 66 million.
Yeah. He's the one that used to date Taylor Swift.
Dude, he's banging her because he's making more money than she is or something.
I think she's making more money than him.
You think she makes more than 66 million a year? That's a ton, man. That's a lot of money.
I don't know.
Let's find out. Let's see what Taylor Swift salary.
Does anybody know how much Taylor Swift makes a year? I bet Google could say. And I bet there's so much money she makes off the books too.
She does books now? It says she has 280 million. That's her net worth.
280 million?
Yeah.
Woo, girl.
But doesn't
you go, girl.
I know, it's crazy, yeah. Country music. Wait, so she was a country star?
Yeah. She wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers.
I don't think I know who Taylor Swift is.
No?
I'm thinking, let me try. I mean, I know the name. I don't think I'd recognize her face.
Well, now she's a pop star. She does stuff like, look what you made me do. Look what? And that's, oh my God, just.
Oh, this girl, now I know her
so
face, yeah.
Bad. It's so bad. It used to be so good.
Does she do like the slutty thing? Is she like Britney Spears, like the new Britney Spears?
No, she's trying to, I don't know what it's called.
Be
It's
classy?
like, it's more like Katy Perryism. You know,
is Katy Perry bigger than Taylor Swift?
Absurdism. I think I don't know.
Or they both have their own niche?
I think they're on the same kind of echelons of musical icons of pop today.
Katy Perry looks like that Zooey Deschanel, doesn't she? She kind of has that same kind of nerdy, kind of like weird type of, I don't know. She's like looks a little bit different.
She's goofy.
Yeah, goofy.
She's a goofy girl, which I was like, man, that's kind of attractive.
Is 2 million albums a lot? It says Taylor Swift's Reputation album has sold 2 million copies. It sounds like a lot.
I mean, hey, I just sold three copies of my single to our show. All right, so everybody, let me take a little break right here. If you haven't, so when we do our podcast at the very beginning, there's some music. It goes da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Well, that music is originally from the song that my band wrote back when I was in high school.
Oh, that's crazy.
In college. Yeah. So I'm using that. And if you want to support more podcasts, please purchase it on iTunes or Spotify or Amazon or Google. It's on every kind of store you could think of. It's called Soldiers by the band 5 Threads. It's only 99 cents. And if you buy it, you'll help us, make more episodes where one day I can hey David, how about I give you $200 to come up for the day? That way you don't have to worry about,
working.
Yeah, we can make this your job. What do you think about that?
Dude, what if your band members got wind of this, that you were making a little small fortune off?
All right,
they came after you.
All right, so you know who I am. What do you think I did?
Defriended them on Facebook so they didn't know about this. You want them to have as little chance possible of finding out about your
I got
scheme.
the copyright, and the me and the other guy who actually wrote the songs. He wrote the music, I wrote the lyrics, and we put it together to actually write the actual song. I put a copyright under both of our names, and I notified him, and I let him know exactly everything that I'm doing. And I told him
now.
Yeah.
And
I told him that if not saying we're going to make any money, because I'm throwing money out there because it costs money to copyright stuff. It costs money to put it out there.
What's it cost to do that, to copyright?
It's only $55.
Wow, that's it for anything?
Yeah. But I mean,
that's crazy.
Well, you gotta. It's Well, it depends on like what business you're in. You know, that $55 can add up pretty fast.
How? I mean, like one song is only $55.
Yeah, but a lot of people like if you do pictures or like some photographers, you know, like
Oh,
they have to copyright every single
that could
picture.
add up fast. Yeah, yeah,
It gets crazy.
yeah. Okay, that's true.
But yeah, buy the song. Oh yeah, also I told him and I also told him that if I make whatever I make, he gets 50% after expenses.
So if you're a photographer and you post a bunch of pictures on the internet and you don't have them copyrighted beforehand, they could potentially.
Correct.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, somebody can totally use them, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That means as a photographer, you better pick your best shots.
Yeah, well,
before you copyright it.
Yeah, exactly. But the concept of people say, "Oh, well, if you write a song, it's already copywritten." I'm like, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, but there's a reason why there's a copyright. Okay, because when you go to court over that, it's more of you have more evidence, you know, to help you win your case.
I'm sure that there's been a lot of cases where somebody didn't copyright it and they lost. You know,
Yeah.
I would.
But you'll hear so many people say, "Oh, well, if you write something, it's already copywritten." I'm like, nah. You have to.
I don't know anything about it actually. It would be interesting to get like a, you know, like an attorney or like someone that's into like the business side of the industry.
Yeah.
Because there's so much crazy. Like, have you heard about Billy Joel getting ripped off by his managers?
No.
Oh man, it's great. Like, you know that song? It's like I've been dreaming in the night.
I've been dreaming.
Yeah, I don't know how it goes. It's like, let me find it.
In the middle of the night.
That's it. Yeah.
I go walking in my sleep.
Did you work you did no you didn't work the concert. I saw Billy Joel.
Oh, no way.
Working at a Patina event.
See,
that was cool, man. I like that song, and he was rocking it.
Yeah, he's an amazing musician and singer. Like he's just awesome.
Dude, I was watching him, and he's like, he has a microphone that's on like one of these things, a stand, you know.
Yeah.
And he like pulls it off, and he's up there singing that song, I think. And he like takes the stand, he's like twirling it in his hand. And I was watching him, and I wasn't like, you know, like if you're like drunk or you're really into it, it's hard to like kind of watch the person actually. I was watching him up there, and I was like, this guy's like on autopilot. Like he does this like 5 nights a week all over the world, and he's been doing it for like 30 years in front of huge sellout crowds. Like,
he loves it, man. He loves it.
He probably does, but I bet almost like he probably sometimes is up there singing a song, and at the same time, I bet like the thought of like what he's gonna eat for dinner goes through his head in the middle of the song.
Yes,
you know
like
what I mean?
It's like a back thought.
Yeah. It's probably like an autopilot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like commanding an entire audience, making a fortune, and like, I'm gonna get the steak tonight.
Oh yeah. Medium rare, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, who's a cool band that you saw? When you were working, like, of all the events you've worked, have you seen any cool performances? Like
yes. So my number one right now, I would have to say, is I was no God no. I was a bartender at Rod Stewart's house for his birthday party.
Whoa, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
And it was a very small crowd. I don't know if I guess I can talk about this.
I don't give a shit. Rod's not gonna be listening to this. If he was, he's like, I remember that bartender.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, well, my granddad is a great, like, huge fan of Rod Stewart.
Nice.
So I was excited about it. I wish I could take pictures and wanted to send it to him, but I didn't have the balls. Like, I can just say that I just didn't. But he was really cool. Like he was super gregarious, really nice guy, and
he's British.
I think he's Irish.
Okay, so he's an accent.
Yeah. And he actually performed that night with some old bandmates. They used to have this band called Pages, and he performed with like almost everybody. One guy's Ronnie Wood, and they used to be in the Rolling Stones.
That's crazy.
And like they were just jamming out, like jamming their old stuff, and I'm like, dude,
that's nuts.
Like, this is crazy, and I'm like, I'm getting paid to be here.
Yeah.
Right now, like,
is this house insane?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get too specific because you know the NDB stuff. But I mean, he's got class. I feel like he's a classy guy because I've seen a lot of huge houses in my career of catering, like super million, $1 billion like people who are billionaires, and you can always tell like who does their own stuff or like who has more of a an experience with what goes on in their house. You know,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
like some people just say, oh, interior decorator, come here and make it look like town and country. You know,
Like
and then,
what? Oh yeah, I
and
got
some
you. Yeah.
people actually have like artwork that like they like. You know, it's not something that somebody picked out.
You've seen my apartment, dude. I'd be like, just put the mattress somewhere. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and it's the mattress, and that's it.
Yeah.
Minimalist.
They're like, sir, would you like a table? Like, what do I need it for? Dude, I was listening to an interview. Do you know who Warren Buffett is?
Yes.
He's like this billionaire dude.
Of course,
Yeah.
I know who Warren Buffett
Dude,
is.
he said he literally doesn't know the color of his sheets or the color of the walls in his bedroom. He said he's not able to like. He said he's like I have a block, like I can't focus on that physical stuff, like I'm like I guess like tuned into like the business world. He said like I think he has a wife and I guess she just takes care of that. But dude, isn't that bizarre? Like I know the walls in our apartment are white.
That means that his mind is obsessed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's almost like
It's his life. He loves it.
it's
I
a
think.
prison inside
Yeah.
your head.
Well, yeah, maybe a prison, but I mean he probably loves it. I don't.
Yeah.
I get the feeling from his interviews that he's just like he just
Well, yeah, I'm really
yeah, it's like he
still
just
good.
knows what he wants. Yeah.
I know how to pick them. Tell you what.
Have you ever seen a picture of his house?
Oh yeah, it's small and
Yeah.
he drives the same Cadillac he's been driving for
Yeah,
years or
like
something
he's
like
kind
that.
of like
Yeah,
you know notorious for like living this really like simple lifestyle for
Yeah.
what he could do. He does have a private jet, so he does like he spends.
Well, you
money
kind of
on-
have to. I mean, when you're at his level, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
and honestly, man, like
It's like, oh, you don't have a private jet.
dude, wouldn't it be nice? Like you live probably closest to Burbank Airport, right?
Mm-hmm.
A private jet's like something I would splurge on if I could afford it, because dude, you save so much time doing direct flights. Like, how do you get back to? Do you have to do a connecting flight when you go home?
Well, it all depends on when I can buy my ticket. So Southwest is what I usually fly with because I usually carry luggage, like 2 huge suitcases full of equipment,
Yeah,
to shoot stuff while I'm there.
they do direct.
Sometimes,
Oh, okay.
but let's say maybe 80% of their flights, or maybe even more, are always connections. You'll have 1 or 2 flights that are just a direct flight.
Yeah,
But those are usually sold out ASAP.
or they're expensive
Yeah.
otherwise. You know,
Yeah.
one thing you can do if there's other airlines that fly, like I have an American Airline credit card. It's like a free credit card, and then if you just buy the ticket with American Airline, you get 2 checked luggage for free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty good because American, they're the only airline that goes direct, no connection from LA to OKC. So I take it pretty often.
I did not know that.
Well, who else goes direct? Like,
All right,
who
so
goes to
American
OKC?
Airlines,
Yeah.
feel free to Venmo David for that plug.
Oh yeah, please do. Yeah, yeah. We should have a tip jar here, dude. That would be funny. Like instead of like a tip jar with cash, because obviously you can't, but have like a Venmo tip jar or something.
Well, they actually have that now with YouTube.
That's crazy.
There's a dude I watch him almost every single day, Owen Benjamin. He does a live chat, but you can do
Tall pianist.
Huge pianist.
Huge pianist.
Huge
Yeah.
pianist. Hugepianist.com. But you send super chats. So like you can write a message to him. Like anybody can chat. You can say whatever you want to. But if you put $2 into that chat, he'll read it out loud on the screen for like his
Hey, how does
every
he make his
follower.
money? I know, like I get the Joe Rogan feed even when I don't listen to it.
Uh-huh.
By the way, Joe Rogan, it's unbelievable to me how many people I just say Joe Rogan, they're like I listen to him. Like,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan has such a following. Like the
Yeah.
Egyptian guy that just moved in
Because
next to us.
he has everybody come like and talk. He doesn't care who you are. You know.
Yeah, that's true. It's
and
true. Yeah.
that's
And he gets like these really obscure people, like a coyote expert living in Santa Fe. This is actually like a really interesting podcast I listen to.
right.
It's really interesting. It's like you're listening to like, who would even think of getting a coyote expert, right? Like that's pretty creative for Joe Rogan to think of that.
Yeah.
To even think of like, I think I'm gonna get a coyote expert, or he has that like he's had so many names on that. Like have you ever heard name one? Have you seen one like a really random person that you'd never heard of? The coyote expert's the most random one. I don't listen to that.
The
many.
mushroom dude.
Oh, I bet that's a good one.
The,
Oh wait,
the
is
guy,
that the
the
one
guy
where
talking about mushrooms.
But he's kind of a dude. You might have to edit this
Yeah,
out.
yeah. He's totally.
If
I know
don't talk
exactly.
like this,
He's
his
like,
mouth is stuck
I
the
know
whole time."
everything about mushrooms, and they're gonna save the world. I'm like, bro, I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
I
shut
got,
the
I got what you're getting at, but I don't think you're quite there, bro.
Dude, he's like, that guy has like a scarf on and his eyes shut, and he smells his farts, like that South Park episode, right? Isn't that the same guy?
I think so.
Dude, I listened to like a little bit of
South
that
Park.
episode, and I had to turn it off. I was like, this guy's so.
But
goddamn
I
hell.
do believe that when he talks about people doing mushrooms or hallucinogens or some kind of psychoactive drug, that it might help rewire their brain if they have like some kind of mental disease. And I think
Yeah.
they should totally do more research into that.
Oh yeah, that could be true. For
and
sure.
the fact that it's
Does he say that? I didn't know it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a Schedule 1, just like marijuana right now, it's like I can drink myself to death in one night with alcohol, but I cannot smoke myself to death ever.
I thought that weed was kind of like legal now in California,
It is,
but
but
federally it's level 1, whatever
Yeah,
that means.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Level
Schedule
1
1.
means basically like you're under severe.
yeah, it's
don't
just
wanna
like
do that, yeah.
heroin. It's just like they're saying marijuana is exactly like heroin
See, I
or
think, like,
cocaine.
yeah, I'm like more libertarian about that whole thing. Like I was talking to I shouldn't say his name probably, but our manager from Amsterdam last night. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we were talking about prostitution because
Uh-huh.
it's legal there, and I was like, yeah,
Red light district.
if you just make stuff legal, you can regulate it, you can tax it if you want your money. Like, sure, okay, get your fill, and then it takes out the sketchiness of it. Like
The
hey,
taboo.
yeah. Hey, by the way, have you been to a dispensary out in
Yes.
LA? How is it now? Is it like,
Since the law passed.
yeah, is it like I can actually walk into one and just buy?
All right, some have changed, some have not changed at all. Like the one I go to is like there's absolutely nothing has changed, and then you go to another place, and the only thing that's changed is they charge you an extra $8 for
Dude, but
whatever
you know how much they have to
get.
pay in order to? I heard it's like maybe like they actually have to pay like I think $150,000 to get the permitting that they need so that they can sell to the general public.
They made that money like
I think you're right.
a year and a
Yeah.
half ago, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Which is funny. 'cause
they're
it's only been
swimming
3
in it
months.
right now. They do not care.
I heard
$100,000 to a dispensary right now that's hopping.
Yeah,
That's in all regulations is nothing.
I believe you
It's-
100%. Yeah,
Dust in the wind.
yeah. I saw like they already released some tax figures. I think on how much they made so
Dude,
far. It's a lot.
I've never ever been to any retail store in my life where people just walk in and immediately buy something within the first maybe
That's a
20,
good point, man.
20
That's good.
minutes
That's a really good insight.
and spend at least $30.
Yeah, that's a good insight on that, man.
You know what I mean? And it's a
Yeah.
product. It's a product. It's not
God,
like a
that's probably the
shirt.
smartest thing I've ever heard you say. Yeah. Cut. Just stop that podcast. End it now on a high note, bro. End it now on a high note.
No, but really, and then it's a product that it's gonna go away. You know, it's a finite. You buy a finite amount,
Like
and then
fireworks.
it ain't like a shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's just like, but then you look at alcohol, and it's like right now you look at all these commercials on TV about alcohol, and it's like you can totally drink yourself to death, and there's so many like drunk driving stuff and all this stuff crazy going on with alcohol,
Yeah.
and everybody is like totally cool with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody's like, it's all right, it's cool, man. You see these people on commercials, they're happy, and it's like, but marijuana, no, marijuana's the devil.
Yeah, it is definitely like a bit of like a double standard thing going on there, especially with I know what you're talking about, like how they do have, a lot of alcohol advertising depicts like a social life, like,
Yeah.
like you want to have a good time.
Do you want to be happy?
Yeah.
Drink alcohol. You'll be happy then.
I took a commercial class one time. There's and I think this is actually true. They were talking about there's only 2 types of commercials. It's either where the person is addressing, I can't remember. It was like every commercial I've ever seen, I thought about it, I was like, yeah, he's
Like
actually-
ranch.
Every
They're
commercial,
addressing?
every commercial's either they it's like an expert and he lets you in on what he knows, like a Geico commercial or maybe
Gotcha.
like an insurance, and
Or
then
a
the other one,
doctor.
yeah, and then the other one's like it's you want to be there, like probably like a beer commercial.
Uh,
Yeah, there's like a category for it, but there's like it's probably like I bet what I'm telling you right now, if a
it's like
marketing guy's
one's
listening,
informative and one's like trying to make you want to dream about something.
yeah, maybe something like that. I don't know. This is probably seriously. I bet this is like marketing intro to marketing 101.
I took
bet
marketing.
Oh, dude, I bet
did pretty
marketing's
good.
fucking crazy.
I loved it.
You ever heard like a conspiracy theory? They talk about like this dude Edward Bernays.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he's like Alex Jones. Those guys, they talk about him a lot. Like he wrote this book called Propaganda back in I think the 30s or 20s.
Uh-huh.
I actually read it, and it's actually kind of a crazy. It is kind of a crazy, but the stuff he says that probably seemed like really cryptic and crazy back then is like now you're like, yeah, of course. Like he says like I think he says like something in there like, everything that the masses think is controlled by a few people behind the curtain.
Right.
Yeah, I guess
that's why the Wizard of Oz is so like huge.
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz is good.
Yeah,
They just played that at the theater out here, but I missed it.
Oh, we missed They Live too.
Man, I know, but we were working, weren't we?
Yeah, we had
Dude,
to
I
work.
was actually thinking about that a little after that, and I went back online. I almost bought the ticket in advance, and I stopped myself. But
Because we ended up working.
I know that's why I'm afraid to ever do that. Like it's hard with that hotel business, like what if I work that weekend? You don't want to buy stuff in advance, like a concert ticket or anything like that.
And dude, sometimes I haven't gone camping. It's like, oh man, I got this day. I can go off and I can like get away from everything, but I won't have a cell signal and I might get called to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, I gotta stay in LA, and it's like
Sucks, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's like I'm chained to this city, dude. It sucks.
Do you feel that way with the catering or just with the hotel?
Oh, and just with the hotel, just because it's like
I know, yeah.
It's like such a bonus.
Yeah.
If you get booked.
Yeah, totally. I know some of these people are just giving their shifts away. Dude, what's Taylor Mist? What's that about?
Oh yeah, hey. So Taylor Mist.
Copyrighted?
Yeah, no, it is copyrighted by my buddy Troy Carlton. And actually, Troy just did an episode, my first episode of 2018 for Beyond the Pavement. You know what I'm talking about?
Is he that douchebag you were talking about? I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No. I think that was,
he never said that.
I think that was the guy that called out today. But anyways,
you know who you are. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, if you're watching right now, you know who you are.
But
no bike ride for you. Yeah, he always wants to go biking.
Dude, who was I just talking about?
Oh yeah, your buddy Troy.
Oh yeah, Troy. Yeah. Cause
wait, is he the one that's like a African American guy?
No, he's a white
okay.
dude. I met in North Carolina, but we work on productions like shooting music videos and stuff out here, and he's helped me shoot some of my own stuff. He's a real nice guy. He directs and writes and edits and does promotional work.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like
he lives there in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But he does like golf jokes. I was actually in one like a long time ago. It's got over 2,700,000 views.
That's crazy.
And
like, he has a golf joke.
Over 2 million people have seen my face.
Hey, did he? That's
What
really
about
cool.
that?
Yeah, that was really cool. Did he make like a cash for doing that?
I'm sure he's made like YouTube money or something like that, but they also have to split it with the people that he's made it or produced with. And then what sucks is it's only like a minute.
Yeah. I've got a question for you. Were you the one telling me that you were like background on some TV show, but you were like featured background? So, and then afterwards, everybody would come up to you like, "Hey, you're on like Mad Men or something."
Yeah,
like that.
well, it's been a few things. Like
But was there one of them where like you actually were like random people were like, "Hey, we saw you on so and so show"?
I don't think I've had. Well, I just had people who've known me.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever had like a stranger go, "Hey, man, I think I saw you on a show."
Oh, okay.
Not
I was
yet.
just thinking like with the YouTube thing where 2 million people have seen you. That's what's weird about YouTube. Like you could be YouTube famous, but no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
Unless they know who you are, and then they like are obsessed with you, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah. Like
there are YouTube stars that, since I've now dove into YouTube and I see like other episodes of all this other stuff, like if I saw them, I'm like, oh my God, that's Destin from Smarter Every Day. You know what I mean? Oh, it's this awesome science channel.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's this dude in Alabama or Georgia or something like that. Anyways, he does all this science stuff. It's amazing.
Dude, it's so funny, man.
But,
I don't even know if this is my story or someone else's, but it's actually mine. I couldn't remember for a minute. Like, did this happen to me or someone else? This actually happened to me. I was in this actually happened to me. Yeah. I was like, is this me or someone else?
Tell me a story.
Oh, dude, I'm in Kansas City over like Christmas time, and this girl I've known for like quite a while. She's like a family friend type of thing. She's like married and has like 3 or 4 daughters, and I'm meeting them. She told me that they had just gotten back from the shopping mall up there in Kansas City, and there was like a YouTube star there. I don't know who it was, probably like Logan Paul or someone, but she said the entire shopping mall was just like swarmed with kids. She said, and she's like even more disconnected. I can tell because she's like a 9 to 5er.
Dude, Logan Paul's like our age, bro.
Dude, she
or,
was
or
just
a little
like,
bit older.
Yeah. Oh, he has an insane following. Like all those guys do.
but
Or
they're
PewDiePie?
children though. He's like
Children?
he's followed and he's like swarmed by children.
Dude, I know, but
Like
it's like
13-year-old children. That's kind of weird though, man. Like really?
Dude, it's like, have you seen that movie Straight Outta Compton?
Yes.
There's a scene in there. He's like, they're like, you make kid songs, and they're laughing at him. He's like, you're not gonna laugh when you see my paychecks. I don't know if you remember that scene, dude. There is money in the kids industry, man. Except for Toys R Us, they went bankrupt. But
with that, well, in America, they like 13-year-olds till at least 16-year-olds. That is like the number one powerhouse because they have control of their parents. Like nowadays, like children have so much control over their parents. It's like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this.
Kyle, we are podcasting to the wrong age group. I'm sorry, people. You guys are doing your own thing. You're a little bit older now. You're probably not going to buy stuff based on us.
There's so many people. There's so many age groups listening to us right now around the world. I can feel it.
But they're all over 17 years old, and I'm sorry. We're just going to have to. We're going to have to start dumbing down our conversation.
No, we're not. We're going to be smarter.
Hey, that's how Logan Paul. Actually, I'm sure he's watching this. But I watched one of his videos. Like, dude, they do so many cuts. It's like one 1,000, 2 1,000 cut, 1,000, 2 1,000 cut.
You see the one where his dad made out with his girlfriend,
No.
and they thought it was a joke, and I was like, dude, your dad is your father is making out with your girlfriend, and you're laughing, like,
dude.
I was like,
I
beside myself.
Dude,
I was
but he
like,
would be telling you if he was sitting right here. Let me speak for Logan Paul right now.
Logan
Paul, he'd be like, Kyle, you wouldn't think it's so crazy if you saw my YouTube paycheck that I got in the mail last week. And he would show you like a check for $80,000 for like 1 week. You'd be like, damn, man.
Yeah. But then you don't marry that girl though. He's just like,
dude, she could be an actress. For
he's like a throwaway chick.
She could be like a Craigslist extra. It's
true.
He's like, you want to be in a Logan Paul video, make $400.
She could. Well, yeah. I don't keep up with them to know whether like.
I don't know anything about him.
But if it is really his girlfriend, like legit, like that's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. Did you see a picture of the house that he bought?
Yeah, he set a pool on fire. Let's quit talking about this guy.
That's like $8 million. Well, it's not actually. I'm not really talking about him because I actually don't know anything about him. I'm just talking about like this crazy YouTube star, like on Melrose, or is it Beverly? Have you seen that gigantic billboard?
About him.
Yeah. Well, do you know that big billboard? It's like where stars are made. And instead of a picture of the Hollywood sign, it's
like a tongue with a.
No, it's a YouTube thing.
Oh,
it's like an actual YouTube like you should. They're trying to promote like put your shit on YouTube.
Oh yeah, well YouTube's going down, man.
You think so?
Well, eventually, yeah. So right now they're starting to censor stuff too much. So
they censor a lot, but I don't
free
think
speech thing is. Well, they will eventually. Like
those
kids are going to grow up, man.
Hey, I agree with that totally.
And I think kids are getting smarter. Like you have a whole bunch. No, all right. So you do have a whole bunch of kids that are being driven the wrong way, but I really feel in my heart that there are kids out there that are very, very smart, that know exactly what's going on, because I existed and I knew what was going on back in my day. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't want to join the army. And, you know what I mean? It's like I was like, all right, so what's going on here? Like, and I believe that there are children out there that are going to grow up and hopefully fill the shoes that need to be filled. Like, I have faith.
It'll happen. Faith. Yeah. Oh, I don't think.
I don't think it's all despair, but yes, the majority. But that's why
it's probably. I think it's probably actually people. What people probably don't realize is it's always been the majority. Yeah. It's always been the minority of like a small percentage of people that lead everybody else.
That's why the electoral college is awesome. I used to talk crap about it, and now I'm like, I was like, man, electoral college doesn't represent the people, and now I'm like, yes, it does.
How does it work? I don't actually know.
It keeps from the masses from ruling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so Hillary Clinton got the popular vote.
Yeah.
So she would have been the president if it was like a true democracy. But we live in a republic, so Donald Trump won because of the electoral college. He got more votes or more points on the electoral college.
Oh, okay.
So it keeps the mob rule from deciding all the policies of the president. So like you got Los Angeles, you got New York, and those are most populated places. Or maybe Texas has a lot of people too, but But I mean, if they can get enough power and stuff, they can just like run everything forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just and
Miami,
and
Florida.
and you can convince people that this is what's going on, and it's not really what's going on. The educated people don't really have a voice. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing where I almost feel like living in a big city can dumb you down, where you get sucked in more easily to the. It's easier to get sucked into the mass thought in a big city
because you don't have to like really think about nature and reality. You know?
If you're like in downtown,
you're so pulled from reality because living in a city is pulling you out of reality.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, it's its own version of reality.
Yeah.
It's a reality.
It's hyper reality.
Yeah, like imagine like living in downtown LA and there's like gigantic march every other week and you're like, this is a really big deal because you feel like it is until, like this. I was talking to Kevin a minute ago at the hotel about that. Okay, in Long Beach, I think they had like 3,000 people do this gun march yesterday.
Yep.
And then I looked it up on, it's like the population is 470,000. It's like basically 500,000. So like 3,000 people out of 500,000. That's like 0.6 of the population. It's not much. All I'm saying is it's less than 1%. What I'm saying is that's not that many people supporting it.
Right.
That's less than 1% of Long Beach's population even like bothering to go out. Now I get it, like
they want to go to the beach. It's like
they were at the beach. Actually. Yeah, it was
it's like today's a really beautiful day out today. Yeah. I didn't want to go to work.
Yeah, it's like people out here, they see like what looks like a big crowd, but like as a percentage of everything, it's not that big. It doesn't really represent what everybody's thinking.
Yeah,
if you have like half of 1% of Long Beach's population, is that how everybody in Long Beach feels? Like I bet there's so many gun owners in California. I think California has a ton of gun owners.
Once you get out of Los Angeles, yes.
Dude, I think there's a bunch of gun owners here, even in LA.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Don't you think so?
I have a lot of friends who own guns here.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep them at their house, but yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. Yeah, you're not supposed to have a concealed weapon.
It's practically impossible to get
Cali,
a concealed.
to do it legally?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I was thinking about this. Like, if you have a gun that's registered, you own it legally, and then you're breaking the law by carrying it concealed. Right. And you get into a situation where you're justified to kill the guy, right?
Do you get arrested for having it on you?
Well, you would what could they charge you with? I wonder. If it's like easily justifiable, there's security, like clearly your life was in danger, your family's life was in danger.
I think they would still be like bring charges against you because you had that firearm on you.
But okay, so could they bring the charge of having a concealed weapon? Yeah, they probably could.
Yeah.
But is that all they could bring, or could they still try to? Because that's not actually what I'm trying to get at. Is
could they say because you weren't supposed to have the firearm with you, then that's
it's an illegal murder?
It's like involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Can that like trickle? Yeah, like snowball into a bigger charge.
Yeah.
Because
we don't need to give these motherfuckers ideas, dude.
No, if not though, it's actually like a pretty low risk. If you think like, to protect your life in like some dangerous situation, the most you can get charged with, if you can prove that you had like a justifiable reason to kill someone, if the most you can be charged with is, illegally carrying a firearm, that's probably, realistically a slap on the wrist especially if you got a good attorney, if you had like a little budget for a $20,000 attorney fee, something like that. I mean, really,
if you just had $20,000 on budget.
Well, they have these things actually where it's like it's concealed carrier insurance. So if you're a concealed carry, what do you call it, like a CCW? You can actually buy insurance and they pay for your legal fund. So like say you have to like tap that insurance because you actually kill someone, they'll in theory pay for the whole thing. It's like pretty clever insurance. Like, man, I wish I had thought of that.
That's smart.
I wish I had come up with CCW insurance for people. Everybody throws me like $30 a month, and then every now and then I cover someone's ass.
Hey, what's your Venmo? Let's throw it out there.
Yeah. I don't even know what my Venmo is.
You're promoting these people. I mean, come on, you're promoting so many companies today. Someone needs to pay you.
Do you know your Venmo?
Kyle Martin Greer.
I don't know what mine is. Sometimes I have to like find it, and I don't even know how to find it, man.
I do everything. Like,
you do
my
Venmo?
Instagram, my Twitter, everything's Kyle Martin Greer because it's not like funny rabbit hup hop 26.
Are you the only Kyle Martin Greer in the country? That's crazy.
Well, the main reason why I use Kyle Martin Greer is when I was doing my IMDb, there were other Kyle Greer's.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that would have been like the third one.
Oh,
And
okay.
I wanted to be the only one.
KMG. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like KMG. But yeah, and now I'll do everything like that. So as far as I know, I'm the only Kyle Greer in the world.
Isn't there a conspiracy theory that they give the 3-name title to people that have assassinated presidents?
You mean like Lee Harvey Oswald, John
Yeah.
Wilkes Booth?
Yeah. Who talks about that? Is that Dave Chappelle or something?
No, no. It's
Conspiracy theory?
it's Mel Gibson in
Conspiracy
the
theory?
movie Conspiracy
Yeah.
Theory with Julia Roberts.
Yeah, literally. He plays kind of like a tard, doesn't he? Dude, by the way, Ian does the best tard impression you will ever see. You've got to see this thing, man. His genius level went up like 10. I was like, dude, the fact that you can like impersonate that good, that means you're pretty smart. You're tapped into something.
I
bro.
think he is smart.
He is, yeah.
I think he's a very smart guy.
Yeah. Apparently, he's like an expert drummer too.
I could see that.
He was like a pro drummer, and he has like a degree in Western classical music and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Like he actually,
Dude,
he played drums professionally for 10 years.
That job is killing people's dreams.
Well, I was like, dude, why did you get out of it? He's like, well, no, this is how you know Ian's smart. Also, because I was like, Ian, why'd you get out of doing that? He's like, man, the career of banquet serving just kept calling to me.
That's what I was just saying.
I was like, yeah,
it'll
Ian,
kill
you're
your
very
dreams,
witty.
man.
Yeah. But Ian's witty enough. He knows.
Yeah,
He knows it's a bullshit
Yeah,
job.
of course.
But then he told me also, he's like, realistically, it was actually yesterday. You know when they had that cover band doing all those pop songs and all that. He's like, dude, we're making more than this drummer up on the stage right now.
Yeah, but
I think he's right.
So it comes to a point where you have your ideologies. It's like, what do you care more about, money or like freedom? Because I feel like
be like a little bit of both, you know, until you can make enough money doing.
But I feel like the accumulation of money, depending on what you do, it takes more work, and it's like to accumulate money.
Yeah,
like you have to work more to accumulate it.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. Yeah.
So when you're working, that means you're not free. Right?
Oh yeah, totally, yeah.
So
100%.
So it's finding that medium between being free and working.
Yeah. If you can just keep your expenses down, your cost of living down a lot, it helps. You know, I mean, you could probably, if you found a way to make like, not that much money, but doing it, like online or something like that, you can, you could live pretty cheap and travel around.
Yeah. By the way, buy one of the singles. So we can do more podcasts.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I was wondering where you were going with that. I was trying to. I was like, "Hey, where'd you take that picture? The tree."
All right. So this was Mount Baldy.
Nice.
This was close to the top actually. People
that aren't from LA, you guys won't realize this, but LA is a tiny little slab of cement, in a gigantic, beautiful oasis.
My God.
Like this tree right here is beautiful. It's amazing.
I'll throw it up there.
Yeah, it's like a desert. I don't know what type of tree it is.
It's a pine.
But what's that thing behind it? That's not a pine.
No, that tree is a pine. That branch. All these branches. I'll throw it up there.
Yeah, that's pine.
I'll throw it on the.
But what's that big dead like lightning?
That's part.
Tree?
No, that's part of the tree.
Really? I've never seen a pine tree like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I took a picture of it.
Oh, okay. Dude, what happened? Did it get struck up above? Is that why it's like that?
No, I think no. The wind blew the limbs off.
Wow, that's nuts. It's really intense up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
so because it's over 10,000 feet.
I mean, this is California. You know, people wouldn't realize this. Everyone gets such a bad idea of what California is.
This is David's and our first trip to Yosemite.
Yeah. You think California's going to split into 2 states? Have you heard them? They're talking about that.
Yeah, I have heard of they're talking
trying to
about that.
kind of push for that.
I could totally understand why they would want to do that because I feel like the northern and eastern part of the state are like, man, fuck LA.
It's most of the state, man. Most of the state is not LA, and most of the state's not San Fran. I mean, most of the state's just totally different.
Yeah,
I was up in like Nevada City, California. It's like, dude, everybody has an American flag on their front porch and those little Victorian homes. I mean, you'd be back in middle America, you wouldn't even know it.
It's beautiful, man. When you only have to drive a couple of hours out of the city, and it's like, wow, totally different place.
Yeah, it really is.
But then you can't leave because you're waiting on this phone call.
There's money here, yeah. That's why they want to break away. You know, like their wages are a lot lower. Their probably housing is a lot lower. The cost of living is everything's like lower, more like the rest of the country. They don't want to pay these high taxes. they're probably getting taxed out the ass. Is probably I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
I think they're being like these insane state income taxes, and everybody out there is just getting killed by it.
Yeah. They're like, what?
Do you know? I don't know. I haven't followed it much, but I think that's
I mean,
what the complaint is.
I would totally. That sounds sensible.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be a reason why all these rural areas in Cali went out. You know, I mean, it probably has to do with money. Because when you start feeling it like that, then you start to get aggravated. You know, oh, you know what's going on? The hell? What else how else could they penalize them? Parking tickets? That's based on the city.
They're really good at that. California. Dude. The first day I spent in California, I got a parking ticket. The first day, yes.
Yeah, welcome to LA, man.
I know, man. It was like, hey, bam, street sweeping. It's a street sweeping ticket.
And it's like, should I pay it or should I not? You know, it's like that whole thing goes through your mind, and then you have to pay it.
I paid it. Yeah,
if you don't pay
you have to.
They're gonna come after you. They'll find you.
Without a doubt. They know how to get that money.
They do,
and they do not care.
I know that's all they want. It's crazy. Yeah, it's nuts.
It's like, oh, you don't have the money. Guess what? Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah. And if you think you're gonna like argue your case with somebody sensible, like no, because they literally get people arguing with them all day long, every day for 20 years in their like a high-paid government job, and that's all they do. They sit behind the window, like the bulletproof window. Like you won't even know. You're just like a number. And it's like one time I appealed a ticket.
You're a number. You are a number, straight up.
Oh my god! I one time I did that. I appealed a ticket and I went downtown to like go talk to this moderator. Dude, as soon as I get in the room, I realize I'm wasting my time. Like this lady doesn't give a shit what I have to say. It's just, she's like, I've been working here for 45 years. I'm like, oh god, oh god. I mean, there's no way out of this. Just pay the money, pay the $80 or whatever. How much is it back in your hometown for a parking ticket?
Dude, I don't think people get parking tickets.
That's so funny, yeah.
To be honest with you, man.
They don't even have a parking bureau.
Like, even today, I think it was yesterday, I drove around for maybe 15 minutes looking for a parking spot. Mm-hmm. Like, I got there super early just to do that.
At the hotel?
Yeah.
That's why I take the subway, yeah.
Well, usually I do that. But I just felt like I needed to drive that night because we got out so late. Yeah. But anyways, it took forever. And I'm like, I want to be back in North Carolina where it's like, there's nothing. There's like never, ever, 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 ever you have to pay for parking. Yeah. Ever. You never, ever, ever have to pay for parking. And like here, you never go a day without paying parking. And
I know,
people don't understand that. When you move to LA, yeah, there's more money here, but you got to think about, oh, well, you have to pay $5 a day at least. $5 at least to park your fucking car somewhere, to go to work so you can make money to pay the absorbent rent. And then guess what? 5 times 365 adds up fast.
Do you pay to park when you go downtown?
No, sir.
Do you go to that neighborhood?
I just search, bro.
You go across the interstate to that neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
There's like
I'll walk before I pay, bro.
Do you know where that little like Tent City alley is? I can usually find parking there.
Try not to put my car over there, bro.
Dude, I tell you, no one does. That's why I always park there. No one wants to go over there. I'm like, how you doing? You know, I say hi to the homeless people. Probably a good thing to do is actually be friendly with them, like bring them a little bit of like, you know, heroin or something, you know.
You want food? No, you got some heroin.
Yeah.
No, I got some filet mignon and some sea bass, some asparagus.
A gift bag. You bring them a gift bag.
Oh, fuck that! I want some heroin.
Dude, but then they'll keep good watching it over your car, you know, make sure no one messes with it. Like, no, man, don't mess with him. He's gonna bring us more heroin later on. Dude, I literally saw a needle in the subway track today. I'm guessing it's shooting up.
Dude. Under the bridge, right where when I'm walking on Olympic, right there, like these people, gone.
Just out of their minds.
Yeah, out of their minds. And the homelessness. We could talk about that. Homelessness in California.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care what you people think, like how righteous California is. I got on the train today at 8:30. Oh, I wrote it down. Oh, I wanted to talk about this in case we did a podcast. I wrote it down, and I totally forgot about it because I only had 2 hours of sleep tonight because we worked until like, 1 o'clock in the morning last night and then had to be back there at like 8 o'clock this morning. It was ridiculous. But, all right, so I got on the train, and there were 16 homeless people in one car. And
you actually counted it, huh?
Yeah. And I was like, son of a bitch. And it smelled so bad. I was like, I couldn't stay in there. I was like, I'm going to the next one. So I go to the next car after the next stop.
Look at
there
this.
There were 12 homeless people in that car.
Yeah, it's insane.
Right? But
they're living in there.
But it smelled better. So I was like, I can stand this. Right?
The red line.
And then from North Hollywood to my last stop, they're added on more homeless people. I mean, it's very obvious some of these folks do not have homes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they sleep on the street. But there's also people that kind of that are homeless and kind of pass as if they don't look like they're homeless, and you can't tell.
Yeah.
But
dude, actually, by the way,
with the ones that I could see, there had to be 25 homeless people in one car. Yeah, dude.
Santa Ana.
David showed me a picture of all the homeless people in Santa Ana.
Do you know about this? The Santa Ana River?
Yeah.
Homeless.
What are they going to do about these homeless people, dude? What are they going to do? They're either going to have to call genocide.
No, do you know what they did? They just cleared out this tent city. Do you know about this?
It's but what? So what happened to these people?
Dude, they gave all of them vouchers. Like each person got a 30-day hotel voucher, and you take this voucher to like a hotel that's probably going to charge the taxpayers like $90, $100 to $20 a night. Dude, it's insane. Like, it's not going to work. What happens after 30 days? It's such a temporary solution.
Yeah. It's like, hey, and that's going to make you more depressed. It's got to like break you down even more if you're going to a place that's actually homeless? Not yet. You go from homeless to like a very nice place for 30 days, and then you're stressing what are you going to do after that 30 days, and then you actually move out and you got to be even more depressed.
Well, the thing that bothers me is that they're allocating money from people that are working to people that aren't working. Yeah, and they're talking about building free housing for this entire segment down in Orange County. The cities are rebelling right now.
Oh my god, dude! That's why I'm peacing out, bro.
But how many people can you build housing for? You know, it's like
there's a lot. That's
what I'm saying. It's an infinite number.
Yeah, like
It'll keep coming.
Right now, like last year, we had to vote on this homeless tax where they want to.
Yeah, man.
And I voted against it, but it passed.
Why,
like with flying colors.
Wow.
Dude, I vote every time.
Dude, I mean, the people out here will keep voting.
I used not to, but now I do.
Yeah, they're going to keep voting until they eventually...
They're going to vote themselves into oblivion.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't understand, man. You don't... Oh, you're with open borders? Well, then why do you lock your door at night? Like, come on now.
Dude, look at this.
Common sense,
crazy,
people.
Man. There's just so many people here. You guys are missing
the reason why borders exist, the reason why you lock your doors, the reason why you lock your doors of your car.
Dude, look at this. I didn't know this. If you look up really close, it's Infowars.com. Dude, this is a good video that they did.
Yeah, so I'll post a link down below to the video that David showed me here.
Just type in Santa Ana River homeless tent city.
Yeah. You'll run smack dab into it.
Is this your first time to hear about this one?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I'm surprised you. This has been like a pretty big, like, front page of the paper thing for a couple weeks.
Well, taking the blue line down to CU.
Oh, you see some crazy shit.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
And there's a huge community in a freaking park. Like, where's it? God, I forgot the name of the park. I'll look it up. I'll put a link down below of the GPS
Rosa
coordinates.
Park.
No, it's over here. It's over here. It's like Van Nuys area.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
But dude, like families, like as far as your eye can see, like tents of people, of families living like in the fucking park, dude. And it's like nobody understands. It's like they just want to throw money at this problem. It's like these people are taking that money and putting it in their pocket, and they're not really. I mean, they might be putting a little bit for like 30 days.
You can't.
But they're not.
Money. You can throw all the money in the world. There's more homeless people than homed people. Dude, you and me are like struggling to pay our rent, and then these people are getting free vouchers because they set up a tent along the river.
Dude, they should give them a car. Because look at all the free car. Look at all the cars that are in all the sales lots.
Do you know about the Japanese internment camps in California from World War II?
I know that it happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're national parks now. We went and saw one. They're right next to Mount Whitney, on your way up to Yosemite, about 4-hour drive from here.
We will go to Mount Whitney this year, by the way.
Yeah. Well, you can go drive like Manzanita. I think it's like a national monument, national park, and you go there and they have all the like the bunks set up, the infrastructure's still there. They would house like 50,000 people, some crazy number.
Yep.
Guys, all you have to do it's like polishing up a railroad line and making another subway track, polish up these Japanese internment camps, bus all these people out to the desert, put them in the internment camp. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying.
All right, so that's like a shame of American history, discriminating against people.
But they kept it in great condition. You don't have to do much.
All right. Number one. All right. Okay. I can't say. All right.
They have a beautiful view of Mount Whitney.
It's a very. I want to jump into this, but there's so many.
Look how many needles they found. 5,000 needles. Dude.
5,000 needles.
That's insane. They found 5,000 needles when they cleaned up the city.
All right, so the Japanese thing, it's all based off their race, but a lot of these people who are homeless, not all of them. There's some level-headed people that just ran into very hard times. Like there's families out there like that, but there's also a lot of mentally disabled, like aggressive drug addicts out there that I brushed up against a guy on a very packed subway who was like out of his mind, and he was like trying to kill me, and he's like, "Boy, I'm gonna fucking rank your neck," like straight up.
Said that to you?
Yeah, and I had to
When
put
that happened?
it happened a year and a half ago.
Oh, that's great.
I had to like put my bike between me and him, and I was like, "Look, man," I was like, "I don't know who you are." I was like, "I don't know what problem you have with me."
I never heard about that story.
Dude,
Is that cool? Is that gonna bother your camera?
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
This is the best story ever. So, a couple years ago, my dad came to visit me, which is crazy because my dad never visited me ever in my life, even when I lived 30 minutes away from them, from my parents, like in college. Like
They thought you were going off on the deep end.
They were like, he's like, he's like, that boy wants to see me, he'll come see me, you know.
Yeah.
But he came and finally visit me, and I was like, oh man, I hope my dad gets like the full experience. I took him to Yosemite. I took him to.
That's pretty cool.
I took him to the Sequoias. And we came back, and I was like, oh, he needs to ride the subway, right? And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, God, I hope something freaking crazy happens today. Please, God, something crazy happen today, please. I just want him to experience it. And so we're sitting there riding the train, and I'm just telling him about, this is what I do all day, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like me, him, and like a couple other people. It's not very busy. And we go to the stop, and this lady's about to get out of the door, and she goes, You son of a bitch, it's your people that's destroying this fucking world. I hope you die and burn in hell. And she like flips him off, gets off the train, and is still flipping him off.
Oh my
right?
God.
As the train's like pulling away, she's like burning like eyes into her.
I'm guessing that she was a different race or something. Was it a racial thing going on there?
Oh no, she was mentally like
crazy.
Okay.
She just picked your dad out for some reason out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Dude, you
and like she was like pointing right at him. Like there was not any like misinterpretation of who.
Dude,
she
that was like a
pointing
They
at.
Live moment.
Yeah.
Right?
It was hilarious, dude. And I was like, yes. Something happened, something crazy happened. I was like, Dad, this is what happens in LA, dude.
What did your dad say? He was like,
he was in shock, man. He couldn't say anything because I mean, that stuff never. But ever, I mean, he has to deal with crazy stuff, but not that crazy.
Has he been out to like New York City?
I don't know. I know he's been a little couple of places.
Yeah.
Like he does. He's not. He likes North Carolina.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I understand.
He likes it.
Hey man, if you're in your spot, and you're happy, it's like someone that lives in downtown LA. It's like that's what they know.
Well, I mean, people are born and raised in California and Los Angeles and never leave here.
Oh yeah, totally, totally. I was at a school a couple of days ago, and the kids asked me if I dyed my hair blonde, and well, dude, I was realizing they had never seen like a blonde haired person before. They actually asked me that. And it was like a 6th grade class or 7th grade.
That's crazy.
It is crazy because they're just like 7 miles south.
Those listening, David has the nicest blonde red hair. It's so nice.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just it's crazy that I guess what I'm getting at is that in LA, there's all these crazy. What people don't realize when they think about LA, they think about Hollywood. LA's really big and spread out, and there's these tiny little. They're not that little. Like a tiny community in LA is bigger than a lot of cities in America.
Right.
I mean, look like Huntington Park.
Like North Hollywood has twice as much people as
Yeah.
all the cities around where
Yeah.
I grew up.
I mean, you could say like you could ask most people here in LA or here in Hollywood area if they know where Huntington Park's at. And even though it's like about maybe 16 miles in a straight line distance south of them, southeast of them, they wouldn't even know that Huntington Park's like in its own city just south of LA.
Right.
And I mean, it's there. It's a big, and I bet the population of Huntington Park's a lot. I bet it's really high. But yeah, people don't know this stuff anyway. So I don't even know where I'm going with this, but yeah, I mean, it's like
there's a lot of people in LA.
No, I know what I was gonna say with this. It's because you're saying that people don't like leave where they're at.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
People in Huntington Park, they have never been to the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Or on the flip side of it, people like in Griffith Park have never even heard of Huntington Park.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, have you heard of Huntington Park?
Yeah, I know exactly what
Have
you're
you?
talking
Oh, okay.
about. Like,
oh, you actually know it?
like La Brea area?
No, see, you have no idea where it's at either. You think it's right by LACMA?
No. It's like east of LACMA.
Like towards downtown?
It's like like Highland and LACMA, like there.
Yeah, you're so far off.
No?
Man. No, it's totally off.
I mean Highland and Wilshire. That's not.
Hey,
that's
don't
not
worry though.
Huntington.
I didn't know where it was at either before I started getting jobs.
Where's Huntington Park?
It's like southeast of downtown LA, probably like at 160-degree bearing or something. I mean, it's like
I don't know where that's
I'll
at.
show you. Yeah, I mean, it's just like that's what I mean though. It's like, dude, I bet Huntington Park's bigger than any city in.
I know where
your entire
Huntington
state.
Beach is.
Yeah.
Is that close by Huntington Park?
No, man. Huntington Beach is expensive. Huntington Park, not so much.
Word. Also,
Yeah, 58,000. I mean, that's a pretty big sized city. That's bigger than where I grew
huge.
up. 58,000, yeah.
it's freaking huge.
I guess it dropped like 3,000.
I got notes. Oh yeah. I already got that one. Nope.
Check it out. It's right there, man. You go past it anytime you come down on the blue line.
Yep. I know. Okay, I know
You
where
see
that's
it?
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the Huntington family.
I just
must
need
have
to
been
go more east. I just needed to go more east.
Oh, so you actually knew it was down in that area?
Yeah.
Oh, surprised.
So,
Like, dude, I don't even know what's over here.
'cause
Like,
look,
Southgate? What the fuck's in
Wilshire's
Southgate?
right there.
Maywood? Like, what's in Maywood?
I don't know what it's Maywood.
Yeah. It's like, dude, all these tiny cities. Like, people tell me they're from Bell Gardens. I'm like, yeah.
I
I
don't
have
know
no
the
idea where this person's from.
I had a cool idea while I was on the train today too. There's this guy. It was freaking 7 o'clock in the morning, and this dude was blaring this rap music, like blah 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 blah.
Dude, he's probably been
blah,
up all night long. He
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
never.
yeah.
He's been tweaking
Yeah,
all night,
yeah.
man.
And I was listening to classical music on my headphones, and I was like, man, this is America. I was like, if he can blast that rap music, I should get a boombox and start blasting classical music like wherever I go.
Dude, that would actually be really funny, or like jazz or something.
Yeah,
Classical would be good.
Yeah, like some Mozart or some some Chopin.
What's crazy if you blasted
Chopin.
country out here, you could incite people. There's actually people out here that would get incited by a country music.
Yeah,
Don't you think so?
Did he say America?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Dude, I worked a country event at the Hollywood Bowl. Did you work that?
Nope.
It was like country music. Man, dude, there's so many country music fans in SoCal.
Yeah, there are a lot.
That's why there's a lot of like not so liberal people out here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's enough to fill up the Hollywood Bowl.
It's just the squeaky wheels trying to make money. It's like I feel like
Funny, man.
I feel like today I have all these crazy thoughts when I'm setting tables. Like I have these deep introspective thoughts because
Nothing else to do, right?
I'm like trying to get my brain out of what I'm
fuck
doing.
my life.
Exactly. And I was like, I don't even think the liberal politicians. I don't even think they're real liberals. I think they're people that have become actors that are trying to be liberals because they make money off of people who think like liberals.
Dude, of course politicians are all actors.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't even
jerk
think
each
like
other off.
real like democratic liberals are like that. I don't think they really feel that way. I think they just say that stuff because they know there's people out there that feel that way, and then they know they can make money off of them.
Dude, all the
It's a theory. I'm not saying it's the truth, even though it probably is.
I'm not the first one bringing that up. That a lot of the liberal politicians live in gated communities.
Yeah, right.
But then they promote,
no borders.
Yeah, no borders or no guns or homeless housing in everybody's neighborhood or whatever it is.
So if somebody tries to break into your gated community, do you expect a guard with a gun to stop them?
Dude, not only do they probably have guards in a lot of their communities, at the gate, but they I think they have like a personal security detail.
Oh man, they have like blacking out SUVs.
Yeah, yeah, with like
rolling around in that shit.
GPSs on them. And
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
Bulletproof windows. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely tons of hypocrisy going on.
Without a doubt. And it's just because people on their computers looking at Facebook never see that reality. Ever.
I think a lot of people know this though.
But no, I don't.
But I don't know that many Alice's.
It depends on.
I only know a few Alice's. You know what I mean?
But I see a lot on the computer. I see a lot on CNN. You know what I mean?
But it's like you hear these other people say they don't even watch a CNN. Like I don't know. Know too many people watch that stuff.
It's like a friend of mine was having a discussion with me, and they were like, "Oh, well, who needs assault rifles?" And I'm like, "Well, every weapon is an assault weapon." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every knife can be an assault knife.
Yeah, totally.
This is gonna be an assault phone.
Dude, I don't even know what a bump stock is.
It is pretty sweet though.
What's a bump stock? Like you bump it against your shoulder?
All right, literally? So I didn't. Yeah. So I didn't know what they were either. But then once I found out what they were, I was like, oh man, I gotta get one.
How's it work? What's it do?
All right, so what it does is it uses the kickback from the shot.
Yeah.
And then like pops it back forward. So you just hold your finger in one spot, and then the gun moves back and forth. And it moves.
Kyle, do that for the camera.
It moves so fast.
His fingers.
Oh god! Yeah. Once it moves so fast that it shoots the rifle. As
if it does this and then it does this,
as if it was an automatic rifle, and it's freaking pretty. Did crazy.
You shoot one?
Yeah. No. Excuse me. I am so sorry about that. I'll edit that out.
Edit that one out.
I'll edit that out.
Yeah.
I did not shoot one, but I saw a guy on YouTube, obviously, shoot one. But the thing is, it's like with those, all right, let's say that paddock guy used bump stocks. There's no way he's shooting somebody with that stuff because you cannot aim with that stuff. It's like a novelty item. It's like you really can't hit crap when you're using that. You know what I mean? So if he was using that, it's bull. I'm just saying it's bull crap. Like that, the whole story is bull crap.
Someone was telling me they own an AR-15 out here. Is it illegal to? I thought it's illegal to have an AR-15. I was listening to Michael Savage.
It's not.
He said it's.
You can have. They just added a new law where you can have an AR-15, but you have to have a certain kind of grip where your thumb can't go around it. It can't be a pistol grip. So you have to shoot the gun like this with your thumb on the outside instead of the inside.
All right.
That's the only difference.
They're really trying to like find every way possible to.
It is, and it's like you have to have your ammo out of your gun. Like it can't be clipped in at all. It has to be in a separate container. There's a
What do you mean when you travel?
Yeah. In the back of your car, and it has to be like out of the reach of your hand and all this kind of stuff.
For every weapon, not just the AR-15. Yeah.
And it's like I said earlier, it's practically impossible for you to get a concealed carry here.
Yeah, you have to own a liquor store.
I live by the Burbank Airport. They can definitely hear that. I can't cut it out.
You know what's crazy is, by the way, we've probably been going for quite a while. You think people are listening still?
I don't know. Yeah,
guys,
totally, dude.
We've
been rolling, man.
Yeah, I've been rambling on about stuff.
Yo, dude, we're already at an hour.
That's what I was figuring.
Wow. All right, let's go YouTube Live. Let's go to it. Good call. But
what world was I gonna say? Something there. I lost it.
I'm sorry.
No,
well, I mean, you actually interrupted yourself. You started talking, and then you go, "Oh, we've been talking for a while."
Yeah, I did. We were talking about bump stock, right?
Yeah.
Bump stocks. Dude, bump stocks either like a chick's really nice ass or it's a weapon, right? Like, dude, that's a nice bump stock.
Dude, I wish I had Instagram. There's so many things I want to share with you on Instagram.
Dude, that's the problem. I'm gonna get sucked in. That's why I don't have that stuff. What do you share on Instagram? Just hot chicks. That's basically the only thing worth sharing, right? Isn't Instagram just strictly picture sharing?
Yeah, but there's some good pictures out there.
Oh, I bet, dude. I bet they're nonstop. Yeah, I mean, there's probably you probably could waste hours.
Oh, boom. There we go. All right, guys, give me 1 second. We're trying to set up the camera, and we're gonna go live Facebook, and then we'll finish this podcast up.
Dude, is this not the stupidest headline you've seen?
Read it out loud.
This is LA Times.
Read it out loud. So
on the LA Now, squirrels have overrun some coastal cities and lost their fear of humans, officials say.
Oh.
Let's click on it. Let's see how brave these rabid squirrels are. Ground squirrels. Okay.
All right, here we go. You ready to go live? We're about to go live.
Yeah. Kevin Brash is a fucking pussy, man. I almost
Dude,
tripped.
no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Kevin, if you heard that. I almost tripped over a few, and one tried to join me here at the picnic table.
It's
Kevin,
gonna be. Hold on 1 second. You can't cuss on live.
Kevin, go play with yourself.
1 second. It's kind of messy at the front. All right, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome back to What Do You Believe? David's back today. David is back today, and he's got a story about some squirrels.
Yes, I do. Squirrels have overrun some coastal cities, and they lost their fear of humans, officials say. LA Times. Very, very important.
LA Times are talking about the squirrel infestation.
How many of your listeners are LA based?
Let's see. Clayton Acock. What's up, Clayton? Clayton's from North Carolina.
Clayton does not care about the story.
Joseph V. I'm blowing up your spots. Susan Hines, North Carolina. Stephen Mazingo Shepherd, he's North Carolina. Joseph Stroud, I think he's North Carolina too. North Carolina represent,
dude.
y'all.
That's hilarious. They're all NC.
Yeah,
dude. You need to have
Alan Chambers. That's North Carolina too. Hey, welcome to What Do You Believe, guys? Thanks for joining us today.
You need to have you should change the podcast name like an NC or an LA or something like that.
No, I'm going to go
there.
international with the stuff, man. When we land on Mars, man, I'm
North
going to go
Carolina.
interview the Martians, and you're coming with me, bruh.
What do they call it? North Carolina I'm an Okie.
North Carolinian.
A North Carolinian?
Yes.
Yeah, that could be your podcast. A North Carolinian in LA. What's that movie with?
It's
Bill
called
Murray?
What Do You Believe? All right, so
yeah, no, I'm not changing the name.
So today we talked a lot about
Everything.
we talked a lot about stuff.
Homeless people.
We talked. Oh man, the homeless
hey,
situation
let's
in
also
LA.
touch on this.
Yeah, while we're up here,
The price of a microbrew in LA now. You can. I was in a microbrew a few days ago. 16-ounce single can, $5. That means if you want a 4-pack of Tall Boys, it's $20 now.
$20 for a 4-pack.
Not for a
microbrew.
PBR or Keystone. That's gonna be cheap still. But if you want like a microbrew, a tasty microbrew, they are charging $20 for a 4-pack. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's a lot of money.
And then you have to pay.
go.
You have to pay for the can, the CVR.
Oh my God, are you serious? I didn't know that. There's a tax on top of it?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Every time you buy any kind of glass bottle or can thing, because you're supposed to recycle it and get
And
that
then
money
you
back.
Yeah, okay.
I used to do that. I used to have a whole.
Dude, your gas bill's gonna be higher just to drive to the recycling center, right? Hey, how do they measure that? If you have like 2,000 cans, do they do it by weight?
Yeah, it's all weight.
And they just estimate it?
Yeah,
they
pretty
say
much.
Like one can is
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So I saved up like a whole bunch of bags from like bartending gigs, and then I put them in my truck, and I went to the recycling place, and there was this really really old Hispanic man. And he was having a hard time getting around. And I felt so bad, I just gave him all my cans. And I was like, "Well, if I'm going to do that, I just don't need to do it."
That's actually pretty nice of you to like give him all to him. How much money do you think it was there? Like $20?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I mean, because it takes a lot of work to collect them and then carry them down to the car and then put them in the car and then keep them in somewhere and then
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
and then take them there eventually. And I spent all that time and I just gave it all away.
That's pretty funny. Where's the recycling at, Burbank?
Oh man, it's like a block away.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky, man. Right by you.
Yeah, recycling's cool.
Dude, isn't it weird that LA, of all the liberal cities, they don't have recycling out here? Like they don't have door-to-door recycling?
I have recycling.
Do you?
Yeah.
Most parts in LA
It's a
don't have
blue
recycling.
bin.
And do they actually have a different truck come pick it up?
Yep.
Okay, that's different, man. Like in Hollywood, when I lived on Whitley, they don't have recycling.
Oh yeah,
there at all.
I lived on Whitney.
Yeah.
Right down the road.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they don't have recycling there. You notice that? Like that's a huge, densely populated area of LA.
I think they just throw all the recycling into the street and somebody picks it up.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that you said they really don't have recycling out here. They're trying to initiate it. Like I bet San Fran, they have to have recycling, or like Boston or something. I don't know.
I thought they got rid of some bottles that you can recycle, like the brown bottles and all that kind of stuff, or
They just banned them?
wine bottles. Almost every wine bottle here you can't recycle. It's
I don't know.
ridiculous.
My brother, when he just got back from Japan, he was living there for 2 years in the Navy, and he would video Skype. Dude, he literally had, I think it was 6 trash cans. In each trash can, and he said when he first got there, they actually returned his trash to him. Like the trash man came and returned his trash cans to him. No. Like
too much.
Dude, they actually come through, and I think they like literally audit your trash. They like do a trash audit.
They do that in Germany or something, I think.
Yeah, they just care so much.
Yeah.
Like, dude, not in LA. LA is just like,
we do not care.
Yeah, man. No one cares about anything.
There's the side of a road. Here's some trash. Blah.
It's like that music video, music song. What is that? Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
That's about LA apparently.
Welcome to the jungle. Yeah. Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
They lived in a storage unit. Before they made money, they were like renting out for like $200 a month or something.
Good job, guys. It paid off.
Yeah, no joke. Hey, who's in AC/DC now? Aren't they back? Or no, Axl Rose is with AC/DC. Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
I think Axl Rose is the lead singer now for AC/DC.
Really?
I think so. It's something weird like that.
Really? I'll have to Google that.
I want to
Google it.
I want to see them. All right, I'll check it out.
Let's see. We're also talking about cool stuff we've seen while we've been in LA. I talked about bartending at Rod Stewart's house.
That's cool, man. That's awesome.
Another thing that happened, I was doing this charity event while we were setting up. It was, Dave Matthews was performing there, and he was doing his sound check. So all the people that were volunteers got to listen to Dave Matthews do like 5 or 6 songs, and he just like, we were all digging it. He just like jammed out.
That's awesome, yeah.
And it was just maybe like 20 people there, like other than him.
He
like
knows
setting up.
He knows he's jamming for you guys.
Yeah, and it was awesome, man. He's such a cool dude. Like he's a sweet dude, man. Like he was signing stuff for
Kyle's got a story about some marijuana. He's not sharing on Facebook Live. Dave Matthews is a big stoner. He talks about it. I've been to a few of his concerts.
Yeah, he is. His bus smelled like it.
Oh, that's cool,
sure.
man. You got to go inside his bus?
No, I didn't. I was outside.
He's hotboxing his bus that much that you can smell it from the outside?
I don't want to say that.
Dude,
it probably did.
Do you know about
There probably wasn't any bus. I don't think there was a bus. I made up the bus.
Do you know about Dave
There was
Matthews?
no bus.
Do you know about his bus driver in St. Louis?
Dropped all the poop on the
Dude,
bridge.
St. Louis like sued him, and then Dave Matthews, he had to donate like $500,000 to some charity.
And it went on like this boat below or something like that. It was
Dude,
like a tourist.
talking about a disgruntled bus driver.
Talk about karma, bro. It's like
Karma? What do you mean?
The people that were riding the boat that got shit on. It's like all those people, sometime in their life, they shit on somebody.
They probably did. He loved it, yeah.
Oh, I forgot we're live.
Yeah, Dave Matthews, bus driver,
Sorry for
wasn't actually
dropping
an asshole.
S-bombs.
He's a saint.
Yeah.
He's a saint.
Actually, I like Dave Matthews. He's cool. I mean, I
Well,
don't know him personally, but he
Yeah.
seems like a great guy.
You know his bus driver did it on purpose, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, his bus driver targeted the boat.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his bus driver definitely targeted the boat.
Really?
Yes.
What makes you say that? Where's the proof?
I think it's like common public knowledge now. At first they
Public.
First they like issued these statements like, because I used to be a huge Dave Matthews fan. They like
What happened?
I kind of started listening to the Doors. Sorry, Dave. Yeah. I stopped smoking as much weed or something. Like I was in college, so I was getting stuff like, oh, Dave Matthews.
The Doors is so much better.
Yeah. I was like, this is so crunchy. You know what happened?
Light my fire.
I came to San Diego. I visited. I saw like a bunch of fake titties. I saw the beaches. I was like, the Doors. This is where it's at. Yeah, sorry, Dave. You're back in St. Louis, bro.
Did you know that Jim Morrison's dad was like this naval officer?
Yeah.
And
yes,
he was like, there was this skirmish that started the Vietnam War, and he was a part of that.
He was like the commander.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He was the commander of the false flag, right?
Yeah, it was a false flag. And there's also a thing called the Northwoods.
Gulf of Tonkin.
This thing called Northwoods Project, that when Kennedy was around, that they were trying to make all these false flags things against Cuba. Like the United States would make something and say, oh, Cuba did it.
Yeah.
You know, and then trying to get us to want to mess with Cuba.
Yeah.
That's why the Bay of Pigs messed up. You guys should look into that.
I want to go to Cuba. I actually really want to go there.
I would love to.
Cuba's one of the few areas left that, because they have all these weird like economic, sanctions, that you go to Cuba and it's like, I think it's like a blast from the past. Go back like 50, 60 years.
Hey, Amanda. Yeah. And they have all these cool cars there too. I had a buddy of mine I have actually 2 friends who went there together recently, and the cars there are like from the 50s, like the doo-wop cars, man. They're freaking awesome.
Do you know about that? Yeah. Because they can't get new cars imported. So they
but that tells you how freaking awesome that the cars are, because they still run.
They keep renovating them.
Yeah. They
do
a good job.
I think
I'm sure they
written
take
books
care of
about
it.
this. Yeah, like the car culture in Cuba is crazy. Like you have to know how to fix 1950 cars, and they rig it all.
They Cuba rig it.
They do. Yeah, they do. Hey, Kyle. Good to see you. It's been a long time. So can other people read what Amanda Rose Waters?
Yeah, everybody can read. So you can write any kind of comment. And earlier when I was saying...
does anyone ever write you some shitty comments? Like, you suck balls. Fuck yourself. I hope you burn in hell.
Hey, man, we're live, man.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I hope they don't. But everybody's nice. Usually everybody's nice. Usually, for the most part, people think I'm a nice guy.
Hey,
so
if you guys are paying attention,
nice.
someone writes something funny and bad. Type something bad on the Facebook Live.
I think there's a couple of people that could come up with something. Maybe Susan. I'm sure Susan could come up with something. But anyways, all right. So thanks, guys, for joining. I think we're going long enough. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for joining. It's like right now the podcast is like an hour and 10 minutes. So I'll put a link below once I edit everything together. Thank you so much for joining in on the Facebook Live. Make sure you see the whole podcast where we talk about a lot of things going on in Los Angeles and a lot of things going on in the country and a lot of things going on in the world.
Yeah, all sorts of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, and David's back. David.
When was the last time I was here? It was like a month and a half or 2 months ago.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I bet at least 30 days.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're back. We
man.
We had a solid convo, bro.
Conversation?
Convo, bro. Yeah.
We should start we should start a commune.
We should just join a cult.
An intentional community.
I'd rather just join one. I don't want to feel like making my own.
I've got one to join. It's called Herbalife. They're making a lot of money right now.
I belong to a cult named The Unbearables.
From 2,500 guests to 5,000.
Owen Benjamin, The Unbearables.
I don't quite get the reference, but I bet there's like a.
He started like this group of people.
Gavin McInnes tried to do that.
It's like
called. Yeah, I know what you're getting at.
Oh, it's Gavin McInnes.
Gavin has the same thing. He has his own. He calls his something else.
Yeah, but I'm not quite a. Gavin's he's got tattoos. He's like, oh, I'm Gavin, but then but he's kind of like in the background, you know.
Well, all these guys are trying to find a way to get a rabid fan base. They need to make money, you know.
Well,
right?
I totally agree on that. But what they're spitting out is truth, though. Like is what you and I talk about a lot. And
all his fans, they're all supposed to like post their own videos and things.
Yeah.
Basically, they can do whatever they want.
It's hilarious.
Keep spreading it.
I'll have to show this picture. Anyways. Thank you so much for joining in, and take it easy.
Okay, see you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, if I ever come out and visit North Carolina, I've got to meet, like, this is basically a North Carolina crowd right here.
Yeah, this is
like a lake party at North Carolina.
Yeah, look at all those, like, North Carolinians.
Did you need to have, like, a live feed of a lake in North Carolina? What does North Carolina have back? Like, they have lakes or rivers? Like, where do people party at?
We party at lake, rivers, and the beach. We party everywhere. We party all over that mother.
Are these all your high school or college friends?
All the above.
Wow, everything? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was the best? Here's the last question.
Okay.
Where was the best party spot in North Carolina that you would go to? Like, was there a spot that you guys would go to? This is a good question.
All right,
so you're gonna piss some people off here.
So my whole college career was like a party. Like Greenville was like a party thing. It's like the only thing.
You're hedging your bets, bro. You're hedging your bets.
Which was the best party?
Okay.
All right. Greenville, North Carolina. Yeah, it was actually
top 3. Don't you have like a hidden spot, like the oil well behind like Lake Overholser Lake or something like that?
No.
That's something from Oklahoma.
We used to go to this place called Pirates Cove and play beer pong. Like
that's a good story.
There would be like 20 different beer pong games. Me and my buddy Andrew Keener would walk from Sterling Manor, which I used to.
It's called Sterling Manor.
Yeah, I would walk to Pirates Cove, and we would go to every beer pong party, and because it's like $2 a cup. You know what I mean?
They charge money.
Yeah.
Well, this must have been. Wait, is Pirates Cove like an outside cove at a lake?
No, it was like an apartment complex.
Oh, dude, that is so funny, man. I was literally imagining a cove on a lake.
No.
You're like, no, bro. This is an apartment complex.
Isn't just the name?
This completely changed my visual image of what's going on. That's like in a beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not rich, bro. I'm not on the cove of some kind of coast, bro. I'm middle of nowhere drinking beer upside down.
Oh my god, so funny.
Anyways, that's enough of that. Y'all have a great one. Thanks for tuning in. Check out the podcast later on, the full thing, and take it easy. Peace out.
Bye.